Alright guys, right now I'm feeling extremely fortunate because I am standing in front of an early demo of Bioshock Infinite, which is literally 1 month away. It's about to come out on March the 26th. And I'm really happy because this is the first time I got to preview a video game just like this in a cushy little office. And albeit you can't see me play the game, but you can see me play the game and hopefully see my intense game face, this hardcore noob face, will make you want to like the game. So anyways, I've spent about 3 hours playing this. I've been standing like so, because there is no chair for me because I got to command the giant TV, and the price I pay for that is that my ass is asleep. But that being said, this game is keeping me totally interested because I didn't even know 3 hours has passed by. Like I felt kind of physically uncomfortable just standing there, but I was like, you know what, it's only an hour, but that's because I'm just a weak man. But now that I'm playing this, it's fine. So I didn't really think about it, but this game is awesome, I gotta say. I'm not trying to hype nothing right now. I'm just looking at the game, the concepts that it comes out from in terms of the System Shock 2 that Ken Levine is famous for, and also Bioshock 1 really keeps this kind of feeling like so far I'm playing in a room full of dudes, but I still feel the sense of foreboding and just being kind of scared. Gotta say, the controls for Bioshock Infinite are super sharp. I mean, if you've ever played any FPS before, then definitely you'll feel right at home. Now, the button most likely you'll be using a lot is definitely this one, because this one activates your vigor, or at least in the settings that I have. And this is FPS style setting. So I've been using this a lot, but also in tandem with this one, because the RB will actually change. You switch back and forth. You can have 2 vigors at once, and you switch back and forth. So like I said, if you had that bucking bronco one earlier, you go bam, dudes fly up, switch right away when they're in the air, and then you switch to a fireball, throw it at them, bam, and then you go aim down, and then you start shooting, like that, and then you change your weapon from a machine gun to a rocket launcher. Oh, and it's glorious. Now I wish I could do that, but I'm a noob, so that's just all my imagination. When I do get this game, I'll have a chance to do a lot of practice though. But once again, very standard controls, and it's sharp. And one thing I gotta say repeatedly, I haven't had this much fun doing melee in a FPS in quite some time. Because when you see it in action, oh, it's so satisfying. Just walking up to anybody, just feeling like a terrible guy and going boosh with your little claw skyhook gun, and that's fun. Like, I'm going to a segment earlier where I was literally just flying around the sky Six Flags style as if, you know, I haven't been to Six Flags for years. And seeing that happen again really got this nostalgic feeling of being in a roller coaster. But those crazy ones where you're actually just strapped on like this and you're flying through the sky, it's really, really flexible how you do this. And I mean, I really want to see more of this in the future gameplay that when I do get this game, I probably will see. And, oh, wait, gotta see something, sorry. Let's take some of these out. And I'm gonna melee someone right now, and oh, that's the face I make when I melee someone. Like, I know we had to wait a bit for this game, but I tell you, it's really worth the wait. It's got some similar feeling to, say, Dishonored, but what I like about this more than Dishonored is that I can actually kill people. Dishonored, I would always play stealthy and I just never kill anyone, and I would never use those skills that the developers made, but this one, I'm using every skill possible. And people are kind of complaining on the internet how they're saying like, oh, there's only 2 guns available, but I honestly think this is a very good mechanic, because when you only have 2 guns available, you have to make those choices. You have to be aware of what guns you're gonna use, and I mean, the thing that you can't be greedy, and it's even more realistic, because, I mean, think about it, look at me, I'm all scrawny. I can only hold maybe 2 guns as well, so this is helping me roleplay. Now it's funny because the guy from 2K Games, and shout out to them really for letting me do this, when I was playing it earlier, I was running around the world, and he was telling me how to play, because he was like, you gotta go here, gotta go there. And I know he wanted to see me play, but at the same time, I really wanted to explore the world I was in. I gotta say, like, there's a lot of loot everywhere, a lot of Borderlands style kind of influence I find, like, and even from the font or just running around looting stuff. You know, I'm such a big loot whore in a way, and I love doing that. And I mean, I was running around, the world was really cool. There's like these little rooms that you find and people react to it, very reactionary. You walk into a room and you start stealing stuff. If there's civilians inside, they will react, they'll call the police, you know, so you can't go crazy Zelda pot smash, and it's inconsequential. So even just doing that is quite fun. And also, you must have seen on the videos on the internet, they have Elizabeth, which is the girl that follows you, or you kind of have to Ico her around. And she is actually a very cool character. You think a lot of the times when you have, you know, Chris Sheva action going on, it will kind of bug you after hours of gameplay. And with this one so far, I've really fallen in love with Elizabeth. I mean, she's going to be my favorite game girl come March next to Lara Croft for sure. She really helps out. You probably would have seen that she does run around, and if you're out of ammo, you're out of items, she'll come and help you bring those items to you, or guns, or anything you need. So she adds more to the game instead of just running around and screaming at you like, oh my god, oh my god. So that's really, really cool that they have that. And I mean, so for the little boss battles I've had, these enemies, they are scary. They come out of nowhere and they have their own set skills where you're just like, ah, what am I supposed to do? And you are encouraged to use your powers to defeat them. And it's good because the thing is, with a lot of powers they give you in games, you kind of only use them when it's just in that situation. But in this case, I'm finding it very fun to use every power I have. Even melee. There's like a thing that I found earlier that you can add, it's kind of like a relic that you can equip on yourself. And when you equip them, you know, you get certain powers, such as like splash damage or chain damage with your actual magic powers. So if I threw like a fireball, it would attach to everybody else. But the one I found that I really liked using was a fire punch. So every punch you get, you know, you light them on fire for 200 seconds, and that should be enough to kill your dudes. But it's just nice just running up to someone going, boosh, fire. Because like I said, it's really interesting to punch people in this game. And honestly, I just punched someone. He's on fire. And yeah, they light a fire and you just run away and you watch them burn into a crisp. And one thing that I really liked was when you're in the sky hook. And you can, you know, obviously when there's an enemy sitting there, standing there, not knowing that you're flying through the sky hook on a roller coaster, and you just tag onto them. And the cool thing about on the sky hook is that there are reticles that show you where you land on the floor. So it's not like guesswork with a lot of FPS platforming. And so that being said, you see a dude just going like, you know, I'm enjoying my colonial steampunk world and the propaganda that I see in this beautiful, beautiful Bioshock world. And you just go kank. You just run up. And it's so glorious. So I want to give a huge shout out to 2K Games for letting me stand here for 3 hours, and I didn't even know time went by so fast, and I really enjoyed Bioshock Infinite. Now I know March will have a lot of huge titles, but this one I'm definitely going to add to my list, and I might give it a preemptive Gold's Choice, that's for sure. But anyways, this was my first video game presser, and I had a lot of fun, so it's cool. Thank you 2K Games once again, and I can't wait to do this again. So Bioshock Infinite, USA!